everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast by Adrian's Weather Forecast. And this is going to be another forecast on winter storm Kade, except there's going to be an update on the severe weather for the storm. It is actually very, very bad out here into the North Georgia area. It's been pouring all day. And I was actually under a tornado watch and tornado warning. We actually had two severe weather, not drills, but lockdowns. So we were under tornado warning in the first period, and it was crazy. And even later on, the winds and the rain was completely, it was just crazy the amount of severe weather, guys. And this severe weather is no joke. We're up to a level 3 for severe weather, guys. We're going to be seeing a ton of tornadoes to come, a lot of hail, and a ton of flooding. We're going to be seeing close to 5 inches left to come. And for some areas, we've already had 5 inches to come. So it's crazy. We're going to be seeing major flooding threats, major tornado threats, and again, severe weather. But I want to thank you guys so much for 2,050 subscribers. It really means a lot when you guys help my channel, guys. Be sure to share the channel to any friends or family that you think will love my daily weather forecast. And again, if you're new, be sure to subscribe. And again, I'm going to be having another video later out this evening on the snowstorm out here in the Ohio Valley and Northeast out here. So be sure to subscribe, guys. And without further ado, let's get this video. So we're going to be focusing on the National Weather Service again. Later on, we'll be focusing on the snow part of Windstorm Kade. But again, we actually have tornado watches in effect for the Virginia Beach area. I believe we have Raleigh. I believe Raleigh is not in a. I believe Raleigh is just outside. We do have areas where we have Valdosta, Georgia, and even Augusta, Georgia, are under tornado watches. And I believe we also have Columbia under tornado watch. But again, we have a ton of areas out here under tornado watches. And again, I'm actually under flood warnings. We do have flood warnings for much of the southeast, for northern Georgia, northern Alabama, much of north central North Carolina, where we have Raleigh, southern Virginia, and much of southern West Virginia, and even Kentucky. So again, major flooding threats. And we even have flash flood warnings. I was actually under one earlier as well today. I'm actually also under I believe a river flood warning. But again, for flash flood warnings, that's for Macon, Georgia. We do also have that possibly out here near Asheville. We have also for Greenville, Charlotte, and out there into southern Virginia. But again, we're going to be seeing also severe weather thunderstorms, severe thunderstorm warnings out here into the south central or into the central part of South Carolina. And then we even have flash flood watches out here into central South Carolina, even all the way out there near the Gulf Coast. But that's what we're looking at here in the National Weather Service. But they're advisories. But look at the rain, though. It's incredibly heavy, what we're going to be seeing right now. Incredibly heavy bands moving in. Again, like I said, in the Augusta area and out here into the into the central part of South Carolina. Also seeing these bands all the way from Florida moving up. Could be seeing some very heavy rain and potentially very strong thunderstorms moving in the Winston-Salem area. Let's actually see if this will actually move. But again, this is what we're seeing currently right now. I'm going to start seeing some very heavy bands moving to the Raleigh area. Very heavy rain as well for the Macon, Georgia areas near Athens. We actually had a tornado warning as well for Athens, Georgia. I am seeing some very heavy rain, but it's not necessarily thunderstorms anymore. Again, basically what we're seeing, again, just mostly the very heavy rain out here into central Georgia and very strong severe weather bands moving into the Charlotte area. We actually had tornado reports out there just outside of Charlotte. Again, start seeing these bands really moving to the Savannah, Georgia area. The worst of the severe weather being more for the coastal areas, so for Charlotte, Myrtle Beach, Savannah, Valdosta, Norfolk, and Norfolk, Virginia, and potentially all the way out here into much of the eastern coast of North Carolina. But again, that's what we're seeing out here into the National Weather Service. And now time for the day 1 severe weather outlook. Again, we actually have it to a level 3, but marginal stretches all the way out here from Miami throughout much of southern and eastern Virginia. I think it's actually for 8 million people. Again, we have Miami, Hialeah, Durham, all the way up to Durham, and Pembroke Pines, and Coral Springs, Florida. I actually know many of these areas because I am from the Miami area. But again, especially out there near Miami, Hialeah, we could be seeing some very strong on and off bands there. And then as we get later into level 2, that's where we have the bigger chance and a better chance of seeing severe weather. So potentially stronger storms, a bigger chance for tornadoes, Then the marginal, that's for around 13 million people. That's for Jacksonville, Virginia Beach, Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg, and Norfolk, Virginia. And then to the enhanced risk, that's where we have the best chance for severe weather later today. Again, the strongest storms, the best chance for hail, tornadoes, and winds. Again, that's for 10 million people. That's for Raleigh, Tallahassee, Savannah, Georgia, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Columbia, South Carolina. Again, we have Myrtle Beach, Charleston, and then out there into the Gainesville, Florida area where we have UF. But again, for the tornado risk, it's actually not necessarily super high percentage wise, but again, even a 5% chance is actually super high, because sometimes we see tornadoes that aren't even in a percentile for the risk on into the severe weather outlook on NOAA. But again, a 5% chance is still incredibly high. That's where we have around 16 million people, all the way from Virginia Beach, all the way just into the northern Tampa Bay area. So again, that's where we have a tornado threat. And now for the wind threat, it's actually extremely high. A 45% chance. That is incredibly high. Again, that could definitely cause major power outages with the wet soil. It's been raining for around 24 hours now. Again, that's for around 4 million people for Tallahassee, Savannah, Georgia, Columbia, Albany, Georgia, and Warner Robins, Georgia. That's where we have the best chance for potentially power outages and even travel issues, as there could be a ton of trees on the road and all that. So again, it's a major threat, especially for the south central part of Georgia, much of the coastal South Carolina and northern Florida area. Now, we make sure we reload. So again, we actually have 9 tornado reports here. We actually have, again, around 3 tornadoes just just west of Charlotte. I think like 2 to 5 miles. So basically, we saw tornadoes for Charlotte, North Carolina, and then we saw one out there into just around 20 miles northeast of Greenville. So major cities have been really close to tornadoes, and again, we've actually had 43 wind reports, and then I was actually in one of the wind reports, or very close to wind reports. Again, actually a tree fell down. We saw it during school, and we have new wind reports out here into the Pensacola area and out here into the far northern Florida Panhandle area, right with the border of Georgia and Alabama. That's all new. So I guess we're really starting these bands out here near the Gulf Coast are really getting a lot worse, and we have a ton of wind reports near Winston-Salem starting to move out there into the Raleigh area. But again, down these major threats, and we have 3 hail reports. So we've had 2 within the past couple minutes, and that is again also near the Winston-Salem area where we have a very strong band. But again, as we now get later into the next couple hours, we're going to start seeing this rain really getting a lot worse. Again, at 993 millibars, going to start seeing potential flooding out here into northern Georgia, much of central and northern Alabama, and out there into the Appalachians. Definitely be seeing a ton of rain moving into the Appalachians, and again with the valleys and all that. That's where we just had the best chance for flooding. And then this rain will get a lot worse by tomorrow late morning. This rain will definitely start moving all the way into the New England area. Could be seeing some very heavy rain from Winston-Salem, potentially Virginia Beach, out there near Atlantic City, Dover, Baltimore. Could be seeing very heavy bands moving to the Tampa Bay area, and even out there affecting the Panama City and Tallahassee area. Within the next 24 hours, though, it will be mostly over for the southeast, and I can actually start seeing some snow within the next 24 hours. So I can go from straight up severe weather, 60 degrees, to potentially some light snow showers. So that will be my 3rd time seeing some snow showers this year, but no accumulation so far. But again, it would be great if we can at least see a little bit more snow. Again, we'll talk about this later in the next video later today. And then again, see a ton of rain moving to the Mid-Atlantic, and it should be mostly over by around early Saturday or very, very, really late tomorrow morning. Very late tomorrow night. But again, within the next hour, we're going to start seeing again these very strong bands out here into the areas near Pensacola and the Florida Panhandle. Definitely going to be seeing some very heavy rain, and then we'll start seeing some other bands moving to the Macon, and even out there in the Athens, Georgia area, seeing some very heavy rain just south of Clemson, and also some very scattering rain showers out here into the Mid-Atlantic. But won't be too bad up there until we get later into tonight. Going to start seeing very, very strong multi-cell storms. This is definitely where we're going to start seeing these tornado numbers really go up as we get into the next 7 hours. So going to be really close out there around really midnight. So very strong bands moving into the Gainesville area, Panama City, Big Bend, and then start seeing these very strong bands as well into the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and also out here into the Winston-Salem area and Raleigh. And then within the next 12 hours, we'll start again seeing some very heavy snow forming to the areas near Nashville, and then could possibly see these storms really head out. And there's a chance I could see some snow flurries, but again, this will definitely be some very strong storms. And then we're going to look at the precipitation here. Start seeing a ton of rain moving into the area. Could be seeing close to around 6.5 inches of rain. We'll be seeing from my area up to 2.5 inches, which is actually a ton after we've been seeing close to 5 inches today already. You're going to start seeing out there into the northern North Carolina area, could be seeing up to 6.5 inches of rain, which is actually crazy to see all that. It's not just crazy to see 6.5 inches of rain in one system, but it's crazy that still left to come. Could be seeing up to 3 inches in North Carolina, out here near Virginia Beach and Norfolk. Could be seeing 3 to 4 inches of rain, and then could be seeing all the way up to 1 to 2 inches out here into the northeast. And again, it's just going to be major threats. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye guys.